I mean, I got to ask you, because they said it, are you aware of any plots from Elon Musk to push President Trump down the stairs?
Absolutely not. Let me be unequivocally clear about that. And watching this clip, I couldn't help but think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years.
What's up, YouTube? Hope you guys are feeling good. My name is Elaru, your host, and I'm back with another heated video and check out with you guys. This is called Trump's incoming press secretary laughs off The View's recent theory. Okay, guys, you know the drill. Let's talk less and react more. Let's see what the whole laughter is about.
I mean, that's just a little weird. Joining us now with more, incoming White House Press Secretary Karoline Leavitt. Karoline, I'm so thrilled to have you with me. And you would think, you know, ABC, having just paid $15 million for a defamation lawsuit, would think not to engage in conspiracy theories about assassination attempts, but I guess that's too much to ask from The View. I mean, I got to ask you, because they said it, are you aware of any plots from Elon Musk to push President Trump down the stairs?
Absolutely not. Let me be unequivocally clear about that. And watching this clip, I couldn't help but think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years. They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him. They have shamed him. They have lied about him consistently on their show. And it was a joy to watch them on November the 6th when they realized that tens of millions of Americans do not listen to the lies that they have spewed. These women are completely out of touch with reality. And you're right, ABC should wake up. They just paid $15 million to President Trump's future library. That's a great thing for the American people.
It is. You know, I wanted to start with that crazy absurdity, because during my tenure as White House press secretary, there was a lot of absurdities coming from the press. I remember one briefing where Ryan Lizza bizarrely asked me if Trump was happy that the South lost the Civil War, to which, like, you could see me, I stopped, I looked at him and said, that is absurd. I mean, you'll deal with these kind of crazy questions from the White House podium. How do you plan to deal with it?
Yes, I absolutely will. I feel prepared to do that. I've been facing the media now, speaking on behalf of President Trump on the campaign trail for the past couple of years. And we are expecting the media to be hostile. However, Kaylee, if you do talk to a lot of these reporters off the record, they will tell you they look forward to more press transparency and access. And while we will expose the fake news when they are fake, we will hold them accountable for their lies and smears of President Trump. I can also assure the American people that they are going to be hearing directly from the leader of the free world. And the press likes to hear that, too. That's something that has not happened over the past 4 years. We've had an incompetent, senile president, as proven by that scathing Wall Street Journal report that came out today and you discussed on the show earlier. You have a press secretary who hardly knows what's going on in the building and never gives honest and truthful answers. All of that is going to change on January 20th, as evidenced by President Trump's press conference at Mar-a-Lago this week, where he took nearly 90 minutes worth of questions from the legacy media. And so nobody cares about access more than President Trump. You knew that as his press secretary. That's going to change come in January. But will continue to hold the fake news accountable. No doubt about it.
Karoline, you know, I read this report from Media Research Center that there's been 96% negative coverage from the broadcast networks of Trump's cabinet picks. And yet polling shows a majority of Americans support them. And the reason I wanted to bring this up, and I would never ask you to reveal, you know, a conversation you had with a reporter. So I just want to ask for a general characterization. You'd think after Trump got more popular raw vote count than any Republican in the history of presidential politics, won the popular vote, that there would be some press that's eating crow right now. In any of your conversations, do you get a sense that reporters are stepping back and saying, look, he's doing something right, and maybe we need to reassess how we look at this presidency?
I do think a lot of members of the legacy media are realizing that. I thought that was evident at the press conference at Mar-a-Lago this past week, where the questions truly were focused on the issues of the day. And there are a lot of problems plaguing our country and the American people right now. We are still entangled in a war in Ukraine. The Middle East is chaotic. We have inflation that's still robbing the American people of their hard-earned paychecks. We have a border that continues to be a mess. We have hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrant criminals roaming free in our country. And so I hope that the media will focus on the issues that matter to the American people, the issues that led them to vote in a resounding way for President Trump on November the 5th. That's what President Trump is focused on more so than ever. We have an array of executive action that will be rolled out on day one to change the lives of the American people immediately. We have the House, we have the Senate. President Trump has big plans for Capitol Hill. And so I hope the legacy media will take a step back and realize that the American people haven't listened to their lies. Trust in the legacy media is at an all-time low. And President Trump ran in an untraditional media lane on the campaign trail. It's a big part of the reason he won, because he sat down with podcasters and social influencers and new voices that the American people are clearly listening to. And as President Trump's press secretary, we're going to find new ways to bring those voices into the briefing room as well, which I think will be a very effective way to continue to get the president's message out to the American people. Clearly, he did it on the campaign trail. We will continue that in the White House.
Caroline Leavitt, you are always on offense. You are incredibly intelligent. I am so thrilled. You are White House press secretary. You are going to do a phenomenal job, and you have a lot of people cheering you on. They're blessed to have you.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.
Man. Okay, I think her laughter was valid, because how would you just sit down and cook up something that has no basis? Elon Musk and J.D. Vance want to overthrow Donald Trump. I mean, does that sound realistic? It really doesn't. Man. That was weird. Very weird. You see, I do like the fact that most of Donald Trump's rallies were not centered on hate speech towards the people dragging him on the left. No. Most of his rallies, if not all of them, were centered on talking about the problems that the American people have, tackling them and combating them. And I mean, just look at the example that the host gave when she was press secretary for the White House. How would someone even come up with that sort of question, asking if Donald Trump was happy that the South won the Civil War? I mean, what is the connection of the Civil War and today? Like, what was his motive? I mean, her reaction was not even top notch for that question. She should have glared a lot at that individual, because what he asked didn't make sense. So yes, she did point out that this new press secretary would see a lot of that. I mean, you can't expect any less from the people on the left. They always find one or two off points, radical things to throw in your face. But this new press secretary seems equal to the task. She looks and she talks very smart, very well informed. And there was a question the host asked if a lot of these media personnel actually sit back, look at what Donald Trump's actually doing, and then try to re-evaluate what they are saying. Maybe not all, but at least some of them would, because I mean, there's a lot of fake news going around about this particular man. And just as the press secretary said, they will always try to disintegrate the fake news on the media and try to give us the real thing. I mean, I can't wait to start seeing them. Anyway, guys, please tell us what you think about it in the comment section. And please remember to leave a thumbs up. at the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe.